This was an extremely bittersweet and emotional watch. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and yes, it has been an eventful weekend with three major releases. Well, no pun intended, but yeah, Vikram, Prithviraj and Major. So I watched Vikram on Friday, Prithviraj on Saturday, and then yesterday on Sunday, I finally watched Major. I would say that on an emotional level, I connected with this film the most. Firstly, because I have spent most of my life in Mumbai, so there is an emotional connect to the city. And secondly, because when 26/11 happened, I was in Manipal. My end semester exam was going on. In fact, I have actually told my viewers this story of 26/11 in my teaser reaction, like when the major teaser had dropped long back, long back. So I landed actually in Mumbai after my exam, because 27th was my last exam. I took a train and I reached on 29th, and the city was just empty, because everybody was scared for their lives. And after reaching home, uh, we were just watching the news constantly, just so scared to even step out, and just getting this unbelievable shock. So that is why I feel that while watching this film, specifically the second half of this movie, where we get into that complete action mode of 26/11, yeah, it was like I absolutely was crying a river in the second half, specifically in the ending of this film. So yes, now let's deep dive into the detailed analysis, starting with the writing. The story and the screenplay is done by Adivi, Sesh, who has also acted as Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan, and I would say that he has done a very good job. What I really liked about the screenplay is that it is extremely focused on Major Sandeep's life and not just this one incident. We see his entire journey right from childhood, where we get to know as an audience how he was so passionate about getting into the defense, specifically Navy. We get a glimpse of his relationship with his parents, his entire love story, and the ups and downs related to that, along with his entire training period, finally concluding to the day of 26th November 2008. Overall, I love how the screenplay was very balanced, where you can, if I have to really categorize it, I would say that the first half is more like his personal life, a glimpse into his personal life, and the second half is a complete glimpse into his professional life. And it not only shows what a soldier goes through when he or she is on duty, but it also showed us what the family goes through. Like, we really need to also applaud and appreciate and acknowledge the bravery of the family members also. So I would say pre-interval, the screenplay and the writing is a very beautiful slow burn, and post-interval, it's completely action-packed, emotional, gripping, with absolutely phenomenal goosebump moments. When it comes to the character development aspect of the writing, of course, the most and the maximum character development we see is of Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan, and I would say that among the family members, it's not that we get a very in-depth character development or a character arc, but whatever was shown, I think I was pretty satisfied with it. Next, coming to the direction by Sasikiran Tikka, I have to say he got a really great performance out of Adivi. For me, the best part about the direction was how he directed the entire 26/11 part. Now, since this is a biopic of Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan, the focus was only on the Taj building and how Major Sandeep, who was part of the NSG, strategized with his team amidst so much chaos and media intervention. There's this one sequence in the film, well, I'm not going to give spoilers, but oh my god, the way the theater erupted in cheers. So for those who have watched it, you'll understand. It's the particular sequence when Major Sandeep goes to the journalist and talks, and then he goes back inside and the entire action sequence happens. Oh my god, that has to be my absolute favorite moment from this film. The last 10-15 minutes where he's rescuing these two hostages and then, fighting it out with the terrorists, absolutely nail-biting. I feel the combination of the character writing plus the direction and also the acting, which I'll talk about, at the end, the way Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan was presented to us, I was absolutely invested in his life, in his storyline, and I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen in the end, but for this fleeting moment, I wished in my heart, why did we have to lose him that night? Why couldn't he come out of this situation alive? I wish he didn't die. Like, I wish he was there to receive the Ashoka Chakra in person. And when a movie makes me feel like this personally, then the minor flaws absolutely do not matter to me as a viewer, because the positives are so big and so huge and impactful that even if the movie has one or two negative aspects, yeah, it really doesn't matter. Like, the only thing maybe which stuck out as a sore thumb, and I really wouldn't call it a negative, it's just that I thought of it, is when Shobita was dangling through that balcony. Whoever has watched this film, you will know which scene I'm talking about. it seemed a little bit far-fetched, but I'm not saying it's impossible to happen. But when I saw that scene, that's the thought which came in my mind, that okay, seems a little far-fetched, but then you really need to give that edge of the seat moment to the audience also. Technically, the film is very, very well made. Like the cinematography, the frames are beautiful, it looks very grand and cinematic, yet there is a sense of realism in the shots that you see. There's a sequence where we see a fully hand-to-hand combat between Major Sandeep and the terrorist. I felt that was so well choreographed and shot. The BGM on top of it is beautifully incorporated. You would really get goosebumps in so many moments. Also, the entire action sequence at the very end, you know, more than the action part of it and how it was choreographed, which was done really well, I loved the strategic part of it. Like how at that very moment he thought of combating so many terrorists with intelligence, even after being so hurt. Oh my god, it just gives you the chills. Then when it comes to the editing and pacing, I feel that for maybe couple of viewers, one would say that okay, in the first half, maybe the edit could have been a little bit tighter and crisper, that they didn't have to show too many romantic angle or scenes or this and that. But I honestly did not mind it, because with the trailer, it was suggested that, you know, they will show his entire life, and you know, it takes time to set up context. And for me personally, I did not even realize it. I did not even realize it when the movie got over, because of the emotional investment I had in the story. So the edit is definitely a win for me. In addition to all of this, I feel that as citizens of this nation, we need to be exposed to movies and biopics like this, where we are shown the life of actual heroes. Which brings me to the performances of this movie. Adivi, Sesh, he lived and breathed this character. He did not act, he lived this character, and that is what is required in a biopic. It is so important, and probably one of the most difficult things for an actor to do is to get into the skin of the actual person. You have to stop thinking like yourself and think like that person that you are going to act out. Out of the entire cast, his performance was the best. I mean, it was outstanding. There's literally no match. And this is when you have actors like Revati and Prakash Raj starring in the same film. He has outshined everybody, and it is not just about how he, you know, said the dialogues and his expression, his body language, the combat scenes, everything, his entire personality, all of it was on point. I also really liked Sai Manjrekar as Isha, and of course her presence gave the necessary emotional track to the storyline. But what I really liked is that there was a certain restraint with which she was acting, and it was perfect. Prakash Raj, Revati, Murli Sharma, all of them have prominent roles, but it is Adivi Sesh. This is his film. Like, he carried this film start to finish. He's the soul. He's literally the soul of this movie. After the film got over, the first thing I did was open my WhatsApp family group, and I just said, go watch Major, do not miss it. I just told all my family members. You know, there's this beautiful dialogue in the film where it is asked that, what does it mean to be a soldier? What does it mean to be a soldier? Can you define it? And Adivi Sesh, Major Sandeep says that there is no way to define it. You can only live it. And I think that line really sums up the emotion of this movie. So yes, personally, I will definitely recommend all of the viewers to watch this film, and in the theaters for sure, you know, to get that said impact. Yeah, with that note, I will end this video here. Those were my thoughts on the film Major. Please let me know what are your thoughts if you have already watched this film in the comments below. And yeah, I will sign off now, and I will see you soon on my next video. Bye.